Good morning, guys. Let's go ahead and build ourselves a watch list for today, August the 27th. I've already put out the list for the week of stocks that are going to be making earnings calls. The only ones I like to review are the ones that are over at least $85 with potential to move at least 4, 5 to $10 or more for the day. Today's only one for the before market. It's going to be LANC, and then the rest for the week that met the criteria. So for LANC, I don't think I like it so far. And then ADSK and the rest we'll take a look at tomorrow. But let's go ahead and take a look at LANC, see if this is going to meet our criteria for the day. So far, it only moves about $2.97 on the day. Let's go ahead and take a look at what it did last time it had earnings. So after earnings, it gaps down and goes down. It pretty much opened flat and rallied, gapped down, went down and rallied. This one just whipsawed up and down, gapped up, down and up, gapped up and sold off. So you see this one is very wicky every time that it has earnings. It does have larger moves, but it doesn't tend to pick a general direction, except for this one here, where it pretty much was very little challenge to the downside and it went up. But it's not one that I'm comfortable with as far as like, hey man, yeah, I definitely want to have this on my watch list. It just doesn't look like something that's going to move in a straight line. So far on pre-market, no action. It might be a little early. I'll look at it later, but I highly doubt that I'm gonna add this one to my watch list. It's too wicky to meet the criteria that I'm looking for to make sure that I get in, get out, and make a quick buck on these, or let them run if they meet the criteria for the swing play. Well, that was LANC. This is the only one that is on the list for pre-market earnings today, and I didn't like it. My second list I'm gonna start looking at is my RSIs above 90 and or below 20. So far, I have CRM, BA, and BA was the one I'm already looking at because I've been keeping an eye on it for the last couple of days, and I like the action that has been taking place in it, and that's one I'm definitely looking at for today. So that one is definitely on my list for today. But let's go ahead and take a look at BA. All right, so Boeing had a black candle. So it has a couple of things that I like. One, it had a black candle. After setting this pattern here, I was expecting the breakdown to happen here, but whatever, it gapped up, sold off, made some money on this one. Now we have a black candle with the RSI and the Connors RSI both above 80. You have massive increase in volume on this candle here, most of it being on the sell side. And then you have this candle here, which also you have the volume increasing on the sell side. As far as you see the volume here on the sell side, buyers, 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 sellers, sellers. So there may be potential for a continued move lower here. So far on the pre-market, it is trying to gap up, but it may do the same thing that it did yesterday. It gaps up, tries to push up, and then sells off. I quoted off the top yesterday. Let's see if it does a repeat of what it did yesterday. So this is one I'm definitely adding to my list for the day. All right, CRM. Let's take a look at CRM. I like the RSI on the daily. I mean, yes. All right, it moves about $2.91 per day. We have a lot of volume yesterday, significant amount of volume the day before. So this is due for a pullback, and I would say at least to this 50 MA one more time. If it does want, the RSI basically has to come out of here, whether it does it today or the days that follow. But it does need to come out of there. Taking a look at let's see what it's been doing. It's been going up, up, massive rally after earnings, sold off, gave some back, and now it may want to continue. So, but I'm surprised that this RSI didn't come down when it did this and it gapped down. Usually that's what it likes to do. It comes out and then it continues the rally. So this one looks like it wants to continue the rally back up here. But I am going to keep an eye on it. I'm definitely going to add this one to my list for today. And I'm just looking for 6. So the first 6 that I find are the ones that I'm going to go with. Another one of my favorites is NVIDIA, so I'm definitely going to add NVIDIA. So let me just review NVIDIA real quick. All right, NVIDIA had a black candle here, nice little pattern, gap down, sold off, gapped up again, and pretty much, whipsawed, but it ended up on the seller side. And now it's trying to gap up once again. Yesterday was a pretty choppy day for NVIDIA. I want to see what it wants to do today. I'm going to keep it on the list. No guarantees of actually trading it, but it's definitely going to be on my list because NVIDIA does tend to move when it picks a direction. So it doesn't tend to stay choppy like this for more than a day. As you can see here, choppy, choppy, choppy. But the days that follow tend to be pretty good movers. So this one sold off. This one rallied. So very little wicks overall, but see choppy and then gaps up and rallies. Next day it opens and then just sells off. No challenge to the upside. So this is why I like NVIDIA. So NVIDIA is definitely on my list. All right, let's go back to this list over here. Let's see if we have another one. So CRM and I have BA. So I have those two there, and I like them because they're way above on the 88.91 on the RSI, so that's pretty good. Decent volume on both. On the days that prior, let's take a look at Roku. All right, Roku seems to have broken above here. So if it stays above that level, it may be a decent play, and it has decent volume lately. So, and its correlation to the market is at 0.38. So even when the market is selling off or rallying, it's not highly connected to the market. So just have to pay attention to that, that it may want to do its own little thing. So I am going to add Roku to my list. And let's look for one more. Oh, you know what? Another one that I saw that I liked was SPLK. It's had a lot of volume lately. Let's take a look at that one. Very, very good mover as of late. Has been moving pretty decently, very unchallenged for the most part. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on this one because it had massive volume yesterday and the day before. So I have my 6. All right. Oh, actually, I have BA, NVIDIA, Roku, SPOK, CRM. All right, let's review BYND, which is another one I kind of wanted to take a look at. Nope, don't like it. Very choppy. Let's take a look at stuff below 20, and we don't. All right, here we go. We have SRPT. Was about $3. Been very choppy lately. Had earnings. Had a massive run on earnings. We missed the move, but after this earnings, it dropped from 137 all the way down to 93. That would have been. This is why I like to keep an eye on the earnings ones, guys, because of this. Look at what this thing did here. It had earnings, did this move, and look at how far down this thing came down for the days that followed. I mean, you would have done a monthly contract on this, and look at how much this thing dropped. So this is why I keep an eye on those, because they may not, definitely on the days after earnings or the day of earnings, they tend to move a lot. You see definitely an increase in volume, as you can see here. But the days that follow will tell you the story, which is why I'm keeping an eye on CRM. It had earnings a few days back, a massive rally, came down, and now it looks like it wants to continue the rally. But the RSI is at a way overbought location, so I want to see if it's gonna want to come out of there or if it just want to keep rallying. It doesn't, because the RSI is overbought or oversold, doesn't mean it's gonna do it that day. So you can take advantage of it going in the same direction, or just wait for it to give you a nice reversal pattern and then take it in the opposite direction. As you can see here, this one Went below 20, stayed there for a while, for 3 days, and then when it did come out, it barely came out. Look at this. It came out, and then it just resumed the downwards move. Very choppy days, but overall the trend was to the downside. I mean, the overall trend on this thing since July 15 has been to the downside. So this one was a great one, but the earnings was pretty much was set off that trigger to increase the pace of the downwards move on this one. So this one was a great one, but we missed it. And even though the RSI is low, I honestly don't see a potential for a move higher at all on this. If anything, it'll probably continue to crash. Something might be wrong with this company. It's a Reptile Therapeutics, so it's a pharmaceutical. So this one may actually end up continuing lower. How much lower? Let's see. What's the next target for this one? So it's around support area right here. It looks like it's breaking it, like it broke it yesterday. So the next area you can look for is going to be this one here, 87.5, followed by 69. So this might be a good long-term play to the downside. If you ask me, that's how I would look at it. Does that even trade options? Let's take a look. And it does. So I'll take a look at this one on a separate note for a longer term play, but I won't add it to my list for today. All right, then the next one we're going to look at, let's see, BMW. Let's see what this one has been doing. Oh, massive moves down. But this does not look like a reversal pattern to me, even though the RSI is low. Again, right after earnings, so just missed these because I was out. But look at these, massive push lower, no challenge to the upside whatsoever. So I am going to add this one to my list. This one has positive divergence here as it keeps making its moves lower, but no reversal pattern does yet. What you want to see before taking it along, or what I want to see, excuse me, is a reversal pattern, some kind of morning star, doji, hammer, something that tells me, hey, this may be looking to reverse here quite soon before I start taking it long. Because this thing could actually keep going lower. Let's see what its next stop would be. So right now, it's not stopped at any significant level that I can see here. It looks more like a mid-station stop here. The next stop would probably be around here at a 116. Or, yep, 116 looks more like a more comfortable area for it. So I'm going to add BMW to my list, and that's going to be the last one. All right, so that's my watch list for today, guys. I'm going to go ahead and review these and box these in for myself and for our members, and then we'll take a look and see what we end up doing for today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys on the next one.